Farewell, my disloyal subjects. I cannot let her do this! Rena! I ignore Waltz and quickly run to the center of the crowd, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier. A strong gust of wind causes my hood to come off. Ah, Lucette! Go, Lucette!
Lives in a monochrome world, working from the side through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Within sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside of us. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. All the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't never let me go. Come and stay with me forever. Magic lives so long as I am here.
What's up, guys? The name's Princess Angielle, and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon. So last where we left off, we had some cute moments with Waltz. It was adorable, and we got to learn magic, which is great. And we made up with Ophelia and the rest of our families, and it's great. But now Alcaster has this announcement he has to make, so we decided to go out and hide while listening to that speech. So yeah, we're outside of town. We're just sneaking around. Hopefully nothing bad will happen, and Hilda will probably show herself. So anyways, let's get right to it, as we want to know what that announcement is. I stand in an alleyway with Waltz, Jurian, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in shadow as we watch the sea of people moving toward the plaza. Garland is scouting around the plaza for knights' positions, and we have been waiting here for him. There are so many people. Okay, this is where we split up. Remember that we're trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is the better option. I am not a fool. I would not pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger. I'm glad you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. I don't want us to get into a skirmish if we can avoid it. You hear that, Karma? So don't go out saying, "Long live the king," or something like that. I don't know. Well, the king's not really alive, so please don't yell out some stupid thing like I'm the better queen. Please don't. Karma, I'm watching you. I know what you did in your route. So should anything go wrong, we need you to retreat, princess. Ah! Save! I don't want to leave you all behind. I don't wanna! No! Rena, this isn't the time to be stubborn. It is not about stubbornness. It is just that all I have ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect, and I will not let them down. Running away isn't always cowardice. That may be, but sometimes there are situations that you need to face head on. This is one of those situations. Please understand, Waltz. I just don't want you to get hurt, Rena. Okay, I know. Oh, that sad face! Don't do that sad face, please don't. I smile. I look at Waltz, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Garland suddenly appears with a stiff frown. Oh dear, that's not a good sign. Look who I found. Fritz! No, he's not part of this. He's not part of this, guy. Please, no, he's not, Garland, he's not. cry again. No. I turned to look at Garland and then noticed the man beside him. My eyes widened at the sight of him. Fritz? Garland pushes him and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees, only a few inches away from me. You're okay. Thank goodness you're alright, Princess. I twitched at the sight of his face. There was no sign of the wicked smile that was on his face when he was under the guise of Varg. Though he looks confused, the relief in his eyes seemed genuine. Are you truly Fritz? Or are you Varg? Or both? I'm the Fritz you've always known, Princess. Your loyal knight. I raised an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago when the mask fell from his face in the room with the Tenebrarum. In that moment, I saw Fritz's face, no matter what Varg said. Varg was in league with Alcaster and Mythos. The man I saw back then was definitely Fritz, even if he never confirmed it. What are you doing here? Fritz flinches. I've been searching for you. Why? So you can take me back to Mythos, or are you here to kill me? Fritz bows low, his clenched hands trembling at his sides. Don't do this to the poor child! He's done nothing wrong! I will not surrender you to Sir Mythos. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom and to you. I could never hurt you, Princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me. My father, I would have stopped him if I knew. Fritz glances up at me slowly, his expression resolute. He's telling the truth! I had just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet the Lucis bearer yesterday. Fritz glares, not at me, but through me, as if remembering something unpleasant. That was when I was able to take control of my body again just a few days ago. I've been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seemed to be in league with the Lucis bearer. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Varg at bay. At bay? Fritz, explain. About Varg? No, about this audience. Princess, this could all be some elaborate ruse of his. He's not lying, Jurian! Stop it! I have a responsibility to at least hear him out. What do you want from Parfait? I have important information about Hildire. Oh! Mother? Lady Parfait did say that her and Delora were going to meet with someone who had information on Hildire. It was Fritz! I knew it! And you believe that their meeting was with this man? Yes, Karma! I love you, but yes! I'm gonna be salty now. Karma turns to Fritz, clearly skeptical. That seems like it could be a coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time, he speaks again, more hesitantly. I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I have betrayed the princess and the kingdom. But right now, I'm doing my best to right my wrongs while I still have control over my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, so I'll make this as brief as I can. Hildire is growing weaker. What? I haven't been myself for the past weeks, but I still have portions of Varg's memories. I remember that she is bedridden, still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great War. And she is now sick like Parfait, only Mother seems to have it worse than her. I overheard Mythos say that the crystal no longer recognizes her as its sole bearer. Parfait said something similar, but she says she can no longer feel Mother's connection with the Tenebrarum. But what Fritz just said. It seems that the crystal has seen both of you as bearers. It's stretching its energy to both of you. This might be why Hildire hasn't regained her full powers and has remained weak. Waltz stares at Fritz, eyes wide. The crystal having two bearers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Hildire still refuses to show herself in public? Yes, the witches who used to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Mythos figures that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Hildire is to drain the rest of your powers. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. That makes sense. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting for you. There's been a rift between him and Mythos because of this. Waltz crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful. I'm surprised Hildire hasn't disposed of Alcaster yet. If he is still alive, it means that he must still play an important role in her plans. Fritz's expression quickly morphs into something grim as he frowns down at the ground. You're right. Waltz and I exchange a look before we turn back to Fritz. Mythos plans to kill my father today. Whoa! Well, I don't know. I feel like he should die, but at the same time, I'm still salty about him killing Fritz in Carver's Row. Still salty about that. Fritz's eyes are distant, his mouth pulled into a tight grimace. All I can do is stare at him, uncertain of what he has just told me. Hildyr will show herself to the public today. I knew it! I just called it. She and Mythos plan to kill father in front of an audience in hope that their fear and despair will fuel the Tenebrarum. Wow! Do you think fueling the Tenebrarum might make Hildyr stronger? Well! They plan to use the fear of the public to achieve their own ends? This is not good. With this many people here, the Tenebrarum might indeed see that surge of power again. Oh god, no. Even a weakened Hildyr will be difficult to fight, but we still stand more of a chance against her now than we do if she fuels the Tenebrarum with negativity. Please save the kingdom, princess. Fritz looks at me imploringly. I shake my head slowly. I'm confused. You betrayed us, but then you're still helping us as well. Which side are you on? The only reason why I'm working for them in the first place is because of my curse. I swear it. Fritz tries to stand up, but his knees wobble and suddenly he is down on the ground again, his hand clutching at his chest. No! Fritz? No, not yet. Fritz looks at me, his pale face covered in sweat. I have no idea how long I can suffocate Varg, so please, bind me, freeze me, do whatever you can to keep me from chasing after you. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Fritz kneels over, his forehead touching the ground. Please. Waltz. I know. Waltz snaps his fingers and a rope of light appears around Fritz's wrists, pulling him down to the ground. I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz even as he cocks his head to look at me. Thank you. You don't have much time left. I plan to deliver my message to the Luce's bearer, but I leave it in your capable hands instead. Fritz, I am sorry. I will do anything to protect my charge. Now go! Jurian nods at me. Don't worry, Garland and I will keep an eye on him. Garland quickly informs us of the knights' positions around the plaza and gives us clues about where we might hide to avoid their prying eyes. After he has finished his briefing, Waltz, Karma, and I hurry off. Father, please watch over us today. There are so many people here. I have no idea that the seemingly harmless speech will be the start of their nightmares. I have been fiddling with my fingers since we got here, my nerves slowly taking over me. There's so many knights. I pulled down the hood of my cloak to make sure that my face is concealed from them. Waltz suddenly reaches out to take my hand. He raises it to his lips. Aww! Oh! You're being too cute! Stop, Waltz! Waltz looks at me with a gentle smile. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about the people's safety, as well as our friends. I will not forgive myself if something bad happens to them. You're not the only one responsible for protecting everyone here. Remember that I will always share your burden, Rena. Oh god, oh my, save, man. I want to say this, but I feel like I know should have been a better solution, because you shouldn't let people carry your, you shouldn't let yourself carry that burden alone at least. I look up at him and smile. Thank you. I've told you so many times that I would do anything for you, Rena. I feel the same way. Waltz wraps his arms around my waist and draws me closer to him. Waltz? Waltz takes my hand and plants a kiss on my fingers. Oh, stop being cute! You worry too much, princess. How I wish I could share your optimism. At least his casualness. How does he manage to act like this in front of so many people and at so dire a time? The king is here! Oh my god, every time I think of the king, I'm thinking of her father, King Gennaro, and I'm just like, no, he's gone. A woman announces the king's presence, and Waltz and I immediately turn our attention to the stage. He takes a step away from me, arms at his side, expression suddenly stoic. Alcaster walks to the center of the platform with a triumphant smile. Fuck you. Good day, my loyal subjects. Everyone goes silent at the sound of his voice. I know that much has happened in our kingdom since the late King Gennaro passed away. We are still exerting our efforts to find the king's murderer, his very own daughter. Fuck you! I did not kill my own father! Rest assured that justice shall find this criminal, even if she is our own princess. Anyone who is able to surrender her to the palace will be rewarded handsomely. Members of the crowd begin to chatter amongst each other. It hurts that people believe him, but I cannot say I blame them. As your king, I will do everything in my power to make sure that the kingdom flourishes under my rule. Oh, and here we go! Here we go! My, what a sight. Even after all these years, you humans never change. That voice! I frantically look around for her, but though her voice echoes around us, she is nowhere to be seen. Where is she hiding? The crowd grows restless at the sound of her voice. Many try to search for her with their eyes. You lot are nothing but manipulative, lying rodents, and yet you call us witches the wicked ones. Oh God. A bright light fades into existence right beside Alcaster. A silhouette emerges from the light, and suddenly I can see her in all of her wicked glory. Bitch-faced McGee and bitch-faced McGee number 2. Oh my God. Can these two just go away? My mother, the witch who killed my father. Mythos stands behind her. She is here. Her sudden appearance causes the already restless crowd to break into a panic. Silence! One word from her and the crowd falls into silence. Not a single person dares to move, their eyes now glued to the witch in front of them. Alcaster acts more quickly than I expected, drawing his sword from its sheath and pointing it at her neck. Oh dear. You! What are you doing here? You should be thankful that I let you play king for so long, but I am afraid playtime is over. That crown belongs to me. Mother faces the crowd with a smile and spreads her arms in a gesture of grandness. Angielle, your queen is back. Mother is even paler than when I last saw her, making the dark circles stand out even more beneath her eyes. She looks worse than Parfait. I won't let you steal my crown, witch! Oh, but I was not the one who stole it in the first place. Alcaster grits his teeth and charges towards Mother. Mythos deftly steps in front of her and casts a shield. Alcaster, you're dumb! Alcaster slams his sword into an invisible wall. Then, with a wave of Mythos' hand, Alcaster is suddenly thrown back. Once again, the crowd becomes restless. I've tolerated you for far too long, human. But right now, you are inconsequential. Oh dear. Sparkling icicle darts appear in midair as Mother raises her hand. They point outward, casting themselves in the direction of the townspeople. Oh God, no. She used this spell before, but now there are even more of them. She looks weak, yet she can still manage this much. She can easily destroy this part of town with that spell. I stare at Waltz, eyes wide, then lower my voice into a panicked whisper. I thought she was planning to kill Alcaster. Seems like the plans have changed. Farewell, my disloyal subjects. I cannot let her do this! Rena! I ignore Waltz and quickly run to the center of the crowd, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier. A strong gust of wind causes my hood to come off. Oh, Lucette! Go, Lucette! I stretch out my arms as I concentrate on casting a shield around the entirety of the crowd. Isn't that the princess? Witch! I do my best to shut out everyone's voices as I push all of my energy toward the palms of my hand, imagining an impenetrable glass arching in front of us. As soon as I have cast the massive shield, the icicles shatter upon impact, falling away. I wince at the impact, but force myself to stand steady even when I am pushed back. I will not let you hurt anyone anymore, Mother. The crowd begins to murmur all around us. Ah, so you finally showed up, little one. It's good to see you again, my dear daughter. I knew I'd see some sort of reaction if I opened my speech like this. She did this to draw me out? Now, be a good girl and hand over what is rightfully mine. You won't get away with this, witch! Alcaster is once again back on his feet, his sword poised and ready to strike. He cannot defeat Mother with a mere sword. Mother looks at Alcaster. A wide grin slowly parts her lips. But I already have. Oh dear. Mother flicks her hand and a silver light begins to gather in her palm. I recognize that spell. As much as I hate Alcaster for what he has done to this kingdom, I cannot just stand idly by as she summons a spell to kill him. Protect him, man. I push myself forward, rushing toward Alcaster. Alcaster, run! But I am too late. A second later, a sword of light appears and impales Alcaster right through his chest. And he's dead. Yep, he's dead. He's dead, guys, and I frankly, honestly, don't care that much. No! This time, the crowd finally begins to disperse. People begin to push past each other, screaming and crying. Most of them are almost at the edges of the palace before Mother casts another spell, creating a barrier to lock everyone inside. A strange wave of energy pulsates through my body, making me stumble. This is... That's right. Feed me your people's negative energy is fueling the Tenebrarum. My eyes shift toward Mother, whose grin is deranged, inhumanely wide. A shiver runs down my spine. Mother, stop this madness! Oh god, now these two are at it. In my moment of hesitation, Waltz rushes forward to cast a spell. Purple spikes run toward Mother, but she does nothing to stop them because Bitch Face McGee here or her little pet dog is there to save the day. My Rose effortlessly stands in front of her, casting a shield. The force of Waltz's spell sends him stumbling backward. I heard his shield crack. My Throat tries to keep it up, but ends up succumbing to the force of Waltz's spell. Ha! Eventually, the glass shatters and the spikes force their way through. One of them impales my throat through the chest. Ha! Bitch Face McGee is dead now! Yeah! Okay, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. I hate my throats with all of my being. Ugh. Mother glances at Waltz, her lips pulled into a pleased smile. Wait a minute! I think this is exactly what she wants! Impressive. You can still use your magic, even after having been separated from it for so long. I expected no less from my superior apprentice. Mother turns to Mythros and raises her eyebrows slowly. You are still a disappointment, myth. Ha ha! My queen. Yeah, don't suck it up, man. Freaking pet dog. Ugh. These are the last words he can manage before he stops speaking. Father! Oh, Fritz, thank God. Ah! Fritz's voice echoes through the suddenly silent plaza. He rushes toward Alcaster, who has managed to walk a good distance away from Mother before he collapses to the ground. Soon, Fritz is kneeling right beside Alcaster's bloody body. Jurian and Garland are right behind him. I'm about to walk over to them, but Karma holds my arm and pulls me back. Don't. But... You do not want to set your eyes on such a grisly sight up close, Princess. Mother watches Fritz and the two knights approach with disinterest. This is his fate for trying to steal what is rightfully mine. Alcaster brings his hand to his mouth and coughs. I can see blood in his hands. Father's last moments flash through my head, but I will the memory away as Mother turns her gaze on me. Mother surveys me with a warm smile. She holds out her hand and beckons me over. Join me, Rena. We were meant to rule this kingdom hand in hand from the start. These humans do not deserve your protection. They deserve to suffer after everything they've done to our kind. I shake my head. I'd rather die than join you. What? Ungrateful brat! This is how you repay everything I've done for you? You have done nothing for me. Very well. If you wish for death, I shall give it to you. Oh my god. Once I'm done with you, I will destroy this kingdom and start anew. It will be a kingdom for the witches and I. I will not let you do that! Mother is taken by surprise when another purple spike suddenly pushes through the ground toward her. She steps back, avoiding the brunt of the attack, but her arm is still grazed. Blood oozes from a newly opened gash. Waltz! You'll have to get through me first. You can't stop me, traitor. Mother extends her hands, and in mere moments, lightning has suddenly appeared and is winding up its way to Waltz's body. Oh no, Waltz! Oh crap! Oh no, save time! Oh no! Run to Waltz, make sure he's okay! I rush toward him. Let him go! Rena, no, it's not safe! Mother, please don't hurt him! Mother looks at me and then to Waltz. Her lips slowly curl into a wicked grin. So this is what your relationship has become? My heart is in my throat as I draw closer to where they are. Let him go! I will do anything, just let him go. Anything? Mother's voice is terrible and sweet, her tone filled with poison. I cannot bring myself to look at her. Instead, I keep my eyes firmly focused on Waltz. When Waltz speaks my name, it is the soft voice that I have come to love so dearly. Rena, if you wish so much to save him, you must return what you have taken from me. The Crystallum Tenebrarum. And then you will become a sweet, obedient daughter once more. Only then will I let Waltz go. Waltz's eyes begin to dim, and I can see the hope draining out of him. I'm sorry, Waltz, but I cannot lose you too. You know where to find me, Rena. The longer you keep me waiting, the longer he suffers. There is a blinding flash of light, and then Mother and Waltz are both gone. No! A dull ache begins to spread through my chest. Again. I wasn't able to do anything again. Why am I so weak? Suddenly, I feel a dragging hand on my shoulder. I turn to look at her. She stares at me solemnly for a few moments before her expression breaks and she shakes her head. Don't blame yourself for this. There is nothing you could have done. I have to save him. Jaren looks through me and I follow her gaze. The people are starting to back away, their expression a mixture of fear and anger. This is exactly like 4 years ago. What should we do now? The witch just killed the new king. Everyone, it's best for all of you to go home and stay there where you'll be safe. And what? Wait until that witch kills us? One woman points an accusing finger at me. Her fear is palpable. That murderer is a witch as well. She's exactly like her mother. Wow, after I saved your asses, I should have let you all die. A wicked witch! People begin to curse me. I stand quietly and listen to their insults. I cannot blame them for thinking this way. Karma moves to stand beside Jurian, and the two of them shield me from the angry masses. I doubt any of these people will listen to anything I have to say. Stop! A familiar man walks toward us with a gentle smile. Who? You are... Oh, the guy, yes, I remember. Oh, man. Yes, you remember me? You helped make my daughter happy on her special day with your gift. I'm surprised when both he and his wife come to stand beside me. What are you doing? I can finally properly repay you for what you've done. The man smiles at me before turning his attention to the crowd. We won't let you hurt the princess. Rumors may have spread about her being a cold and wicked person, but those rumors are false. I know the truth. She's truly a kind person. She's just protected us from the evil queen. Have you no shame? Yeah, exactly. Have you no shame? I just protected all of your asses. The angry shouting begins to fade into hushed accusations and aggressive whispering. That's right. We won't let you hurt Big Sister. Oh my god, even the children. These are the children that Waltz and I played with. The ones that watched the shows. The children stand to my other side. Big Sister is a very good person, and we won't let you hurt her. I can only stare in shock at everyone around me. My vision blurs as tears come to my eyes. I quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. Everyone. A simple act of kindness can go a long way, can't it? These people believe in me. That is why I have to live up to their hopes. I take a deep breath and start walking forward. Jurian grabs my hand, her brow creasing with worry, but I shake my head at her and smile. I will be okay. Jurian looks at me for a few moments before she finally releases me. Now that I am directly in front of everyone, the area has quieted. I close my eyes and take another deep breath. Slowly, I get down on one knee before them. I am sorry. The crowd begins to murmur again. I can hear more than a few stifled gasps. Princess, you shouldn't... I raise a hand to silence Jurian. I once again look to the townspeople. I know my words are meaningless, but I still want to apologize for everything my mother has done, and also to the people I have hurt. I was blind and naive, ignoring the fear and anxiety of so many people. But I have grown since then, and now I see with clear eyes the hatred you have for my mother and for me. The crowd remains silent, so I continue. King Gennaro was killed by my mother, and I was not strong enough to save him. So yes, you are correct. I am the reason he is dead now. But I made a promise to him, and I intend to keep it. I will protect Angielle in his stead, and I hope that all of you will give me a chance to prove myself worthy as your princess and your future queen. I promise I will make things right again, no matter what it takes. I bow my head once again before standing. I then turn to Jurian and Karma. I notice that Fritz and Garland are absent, and that Alcaster is nowhere to be seen. Where are Garland and Fritz? They took Alcaster's body away from all of this. Body? You mean? He has passed. Heaviness begins to sink in my chest. Bloodshed will only beget more bloodshed. This is why I cannot let anyone die anymore. Please do your best, big sister. I am pulled out of my reverie, I don't know, by the voice of one of the little boys. Let's play together again when you come back. I stare at their smiling faces with bleary eyes. I do not even know if I will live through this, but I do not have the heart to ruin their optimism. I'd like that. I need them to keep hoping for a better tomorrow so they will be strong enough to stand on their own feet if they must face the whole world. Jurian, tell Delore and Parfait what happened when they come back to the margin. What are you planning to do? Under no circumstances are you to go to that witch alone. Am I clear? Waltz would not want you to sacrifice yourself for him. I step back and smile at her and Karma. I apologize for this. I back away toward the palace, putting as much distance as I can between me and the crowd, the platform, and Karma and Jurian. Then, as swiftly as I can, I hold out my hand and cast a large dome-shaped shield around the palace and I. The energy is falling away from me even as I cast a spell, only to be replaced by new energy. The Tenebrarum is gaining power. No! Jurian rushes toward the shield and places her hand on it. She calls by name, but I only shake my head at her. Princess Rena, do not be so foolish! No, I refuse to let anyone die. I can manage this shield for an hour. That should be enough time to save Waltz, and then it's for good. I offer one last smile before I turn and rush to the palace gates. Jurian and Karma continue to call my name, but to no avail. I'm sorry, everyone. This is something that I must do on my own. This is the only way I can protect you all. I expected resistance when I entered the palace, but to my surprise, there is no one here, not a single soul. Everyone must have evacuated and my mother appeared outside. The stagnant air around me is suffocating. The night air is quiet and cold as death. My footsteps are very loud in the emptiness of the palace. If I give my powers to her voluntarily, will I die? This thought has haunted me since I first entered the palace. All too soon, the doors to the throne room are before me. Excuse me, whoa. I pause in front of them, suddenly feeling anxious. There must be something else I can do besides submit to Mother. I need to find a way to protect Waltz and save Angielle from her. I clasp my hands together in a silent prayer. Father, please guide me. I take a deep breath and with renewed determination push open the doors. Oh gosh, now we're moving on. Chapter 10, The Brightest Star. Oh, Oh dear. Okay. I am so sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to end it here. I know you all are like screaming at me to end it. But I do have to go. But don't worry, as soon as possible I will record the last chapter for Waltz's Route, and yeah, a lot of things are gonna happen. I can't wait to see the outcome. But it seems that we might actually get the good ending because I got all the right choices, it seems. So we're gonna see the good ending for Waltz's Route in the next video. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys would like to see more of my videos, then click subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!